So as promised yesterday, I'm bringing you my top 5 games of 2017 that I'm looking forward to the most. As the list was yesterday, this is going to be completely my subjective opinion, so feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what games you're looking forward to the most in 2017, because I'm always interested in hearing other people's opinions. So don't forget to do that, like this video, subscribe, share on social media, all that sort of stuff. So let's get down to it. At number 5. At number 5 we've got the sequel to one of the best licensed games that came out on last gen. It's South Park Fractured But Whole. I can't wait for this game because South Park Stick of Truth was one of my favourite games on the PS3, even though it came out at the tail end of the last gen. I was really disappointed when I got rid of my PS3 that I couldn't play the Stick of Truth anymore, and I was really ecstatic to learn that the Stick of Truth is going to be available if you pre-order Fractured But Whole. I don't know if that's available on both consoles and PC. I know it's definitely on the PS4 version, which is the one I'm looking at the most. But yeah, that definitely hyped me up a bit more. Can't wait to play through the Stick of Truth again. Fractured But Whole, if they put as much thought and emphasis on trying to make the game look and feel like a genuine episode of South Park, then it's going to recreate the magic that Stick of Truth did, and I'm really looking forward to that. It seems like now they're going more for the superhero aspect rather than the sort of magic aspect that they did in the last game, and that's fine because the superhero thing has been a thing that's been quite big in South Park over the last few years, so it's going in a different route to make the game feel fresh and innovative while hopefully still creating that sort of aesthetics that kind of made the Stick of Truth feel like an episode of South Park. So I'm really looking forward to them being able to do that. Will give us something completely different. I'm glad they didn't go down the magic route again, because as fun as that was with the Stick of Truth, I'm really looking forward to Fractured But Whole being its own entity, and I can't wait to see what Matt Stone and Trey Parker give us in this next installment in the series. Up next we've got another sequel to another game that I absolutely loved. This time it's Outlast 2. Now I played the demo for that. The link to me playing the demo will be in the description below. I live streamed it on Twitch when it came out a few months ago, and it was a lot shorter than I expected, but it gave me everything I needed to know about what Outlast 2 is going to be. It essentially feels like generally the same formula as Outlast. You know, you're completely unarmed, you've got no way of defending yourself, it's a case of run away, you've got your camera for lighting, and you've obviously got to be worried about not losing all the batteries and stuff. And it's that sort of horror game. It's keeping the same general formula as Outlast, but with a completely new setting. I'm kind of worried that it's going to feel too much like the original Outlast and Whistleblower, which I absolutely loved. Can't speak too highly of these games. Absolutely fantastic, brilliant games. Really enjoyed both Outlast and Whistleblower, and I'm looking forward to Outlast 2. Again, I can't help shake the feeling that it's going to be exactly the same game, but at the same time, it really had its own unique feel to it when I was playing the demo, and it definitely felt like I was playing a different game while still within the same series, and that's definitely a good thing when you look at a sequel, because it really has to capture the kind of the magic that brought you into the original while also making it feel like its own unique game, and I really feel like Outlast 2 might just do that, and that's obviously a really good thing with a sequel. The last thing I like is whenever a game developer makes a game and then they make a sequel that's exactly like the first game. It's the exact reason why I left Xenoverse 2 off my best games 2016 list, because as much as I like Xenoverse 2, it really is a reskin of Xenoverse 1 in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of things that was different about it, but not enough. And I feel like Outlast 2, based on what I played in the demo, kind of has that sorted out. It kind of feels like the same general formula while going a different route with it, and I'm really looking forward to that. There was a load of jump scares that really got to me, and there was a lot of intense moments in Outlast, and I'm hoping to recreate those, hopefully on Twitch as well, so you can see me shit my pants for real, in Outlast 2, and I'm really looking forward to that. Up next we have Detroit Become Human, this kind of futuristic game about androids and what it means to be human, and it seems really in depth, and the gameplay looks really, it kind of harkens back a little bit to Heavy Rain based on what I saw. The whole make a decision and it affects the story, and you can rewind time and make a decision all over again and things like that. It really looks sort of, I'd say unique, but it looks like the sort of thing that we've seen before, but it really looks like it's taken its own stance on the genre, and that's definitely something good. It looks innovative as hell. The game looks phenomenal. It's going to bring up all these questions about what it means to be human and things like that, and I absolutely love that sort of thing. And sort of androids questioning why they should be subservient to humans when humans treat them like their property rather than people, and all that sort of really sort of in-depth, deep stuff. And I'm really looking forward to playing this and see how it plays out. It seems like the sort of game that's going to be completely focused on campaign. There's going to be no multiplayer and things like that. It would surprise me if there was multiplayer, but I really don't think so. I think there will be. It also seems like the sort of game that's going to have quite a short story, but I'm open to being wrong about that. But at the same time, even if it is a short story, it looks like you're going to get a lot of quality for what you actually get. And I'm really looking forward to how this game actually plays out, and I'll definitely be getting it because I'm really curious. You know, this game could be one of those masterpieces that comes out that's potentially could slip through a lot of people's, you know, expectations and things like that. A lot of people just might not pay too much attention to it. It might just slip through virtually unnoticed, but then again it might also get critically acclaimed and things like that. And it's one of those games I'm really interested to see the way that they actually approach this game and how they actually do it. And Detroit Become Human is one of those games that next year could be literally one of the game of the years, in my opinion. Like, there's not really much else I can say about it because we don't know too much about it, at least I don't, at least. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Detroit Become Human because it looks really innovative, and I'm really curious to see the way they actually tackle this. Next on my list we've got Horizon Zero Dawn. Basically it's a game set about 1,000 years in the future after the fall of humanity, because technology has basically driven humans back to the Stone Age, and robot dinosaurs and robot animals basically now dominate the planet, and it's about humans trying to take back the planet basically, using their very primitive weapons, you know, spears and things like that. There's a very in-depth crafting system to basically turn what would be generally harmless weapons into more deadly weapons. The graphics look phenomenal, the storytelling looks amazing, and I'm really looking forward to the way they actually do this. It kind of looks a little bit like it might feel a little bit like Far Cry Primal, but at the same time it could actually be its own standalone thing. And you know, I don't know too much about it, I've not seen too much from it, but they've definitely grabbed my interest, and I'm definitely looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn and the way they actually do this. Generally the game looks phenomenal, and a lot of people are excited for this game. And how could you not be? This game looks absolutely amazing. And number one on my list, we've got Tekken 7. Now, I've been a huge Tekken fan since I was a kid. In my opinion, they don't release these games frequently enough for me to actually take them for granted. And that's a good thing, because they're putting so much effort and energy and time into these games to make them as good as possible. And each iteration of the game feels different, at least in some way. It's still, at its core, that sort of juggling fighter, but they're always adding something unique and something different. And this year they've got these big combos that you can throw out. I can't remember the rage combo, I can't remember what they call them. Can't remember the specific name for these combos, but they look game changing basically. They can do a load of damage. The graphics have improved big time, and that's obviously a good thing. We haven't had a Tekken game since I think 2011, 2010, somewhere around then, with Tag Tournament 2, and yeah, basically with the amount of time they leave between Tekken games, there's always something new, there's always something different, and there's enough time between there for me to really get hyped up for these games. So there's a lot of expectations on Tekken 7. Probably is my most anticipated game of 2017, so I've got a lot of hopes pinned on Bandai Namco right now to actually deliver on these expectations. Will Tekken 7 live up to it? I hope so. It looks like it might do. There hasn't been a Tekken game I've especially hated yet, but you never know. That's the thing with these anticipated lists. We don't know what a game's like until we've actually got it in our hands, and you know, as hyped up as you could be for a game, as No Man's Sky proved, it could completely come crashing down when you actually get your hands on the game. These have basically been my picks for 2017. What games are you looking forward to the most? I've omitted games that are remakes, such as Crash Bandicoot, which I'm hyped as hell for, Parappa the Rapper and things like that. So I've not included remakes and things like that. Drop a comment in the comment section below. What games are you looking forward to the most in 2017? Don't forget to like this video, share it on social media, all that sort of lovely stuff. And I'll see you next year. Have a happy new year.